In today's video, I have a new word for you. Glade. The word glade means an open space in a wood or forest. In other words, a small area of grass without trees in a forest. The word glade is a noun, as it shows a place. Now that you know what glade means, let's have a look at how to use glade in your daily conversation. Example 1. We sat on a glade in the forest. Example 2. A small glade ablaze with sunbeams. Example 3. The traveler found a glade in the forest. Example 4. Every morning, me and my dog walks through this glade. Example 5. We were camping last year in this wonderful woodland glade. In today's video, I have a new word for you. Resentful. The word resentful means feeling or expressing bitterness. In other words, displeased about someone or something. The word resentful is an adjective. Now that you know what resentful means, let's have a look at how to use this in your daily conversation. Example 1. My siblings are so resentful of my success. Example 2. Public feel resentful about new rules. Example 3. How do I stop feeling resentful? Now let's learn synonym and antonym for resentful. The synonym for resentful is irritated, displeased. The antonym for resentful is satisfied, contented. Last but not least, let's recap the definition for resentful, which is feeling or expressing bitterness. In today's video, I have a new word for you, abridge. Let's find out the definition, the synonym and antonym, and how you can use it in your daily conversation. The word abridge means shorten a piece of writing, without losing the sense. In other words, to shorten a piece of writing, with retaining the context. The word abridge is a verb, as it shows its action of shortening a piece of text. Now that you know what abridge means, let's have a look at how to use abridge in your daily conversation. Example 1. Richard was told by his publisher that he needed to abridge some of the content of his novel. Example 2. Ben was told to abridge his talks, so the audience can have more time for the Q&A session. Example 3. The book was abridged for children, which makes more engaging to read. Now let's learn synonym and antonym for abridge. The synonym for abridge is condense, and the antonym for abridge is elaborate. Last but not least, let's recap the definition of abridge, which is shorten a piece of writing, without losing the sense. In today's video, I have a new word for you. Commiserate. The word commiserate means express or feel sympathy or pity. In other words, sympathy to someone about some bad luck. The word commiserate is a verb. Now that you know what commiserate means, let's have a look at how to use this in your daily conversation. Example 1. I commiserate with my brother after he got fired from his job. Example 2. I commiserate with you on the loss of your mother. Example 3. I commiserate with my friend after she failed her first interview. Now let's learn synonym and antonym for commiserate. The synonym for commiserate is sympathy, compassion. The antonym for commiserate is ignore, neglect. Last but not least, let's recap the definition for commiserate, which is express or feel sympathy or pity. Oops, 1 second. Oh yes. Please subscribe to Lessonade. In today's video, I have a new word for you. Vile. The word vile means extremely unpleasant. In other words, unpleasant, immoral. The word vile is an adjective. Now that you know what vile means, let's have a look at how to use this in your daily conversation. Example 1. The cheese in this smells vile. Example 2. Bribery is a vile practice. Example 3. This coffee tastes really vile. Now let's learn synonym and antonym for vile. The synonym for vile is foul. The antonym for vile is pleasant. Last but not least, let's recap the definition for vile, which is unpleasant, immoral. The word adjourn means break off a meeting, legal case, or game, with the intention of resuming it later. In other words, to put off or postpone. The word adjourn is a verb, as it shows its action to suspend the meeting. Now that you know what adjourn means, let's have a look at how to use adjourn in your daily conversation. Example 1. Foreign travel adjourned indefinitely. Example 2. The court was adjourned for lunch. Example 3. She received the text message that the conference was adjourned. Now let's learn synonym and antonym for adjourn. The synonym for adjourn is suspend and break off. The antonym for adjourn is continue and expedite. Last but not least, let's recap the definition for adjourn, which is break off a meeting, legal case, or game, with the intention of resuming it later. In today's video, I have a new word for you. Psephology. The word psephology means the study of elections and voting statistics. In other words, statistical study of elections and trends in voting. The word psephology is a noun. Now that you know what psephology means, let's have a look at how to use this in your daily conversation. Example 1. People who practice psephology are called psephologists. Example 2. Public opinion polls also play an important role in psephology. Example 3. Well, for one thing, we're inveterate psephology addicts. I have a new word for you. HURL. Let's find out the definition, the synonym and antonym for this new word, and how you can use it in your daily conversation. The word hurl means throw or impel someone or something with great force. In other words, to throw or say something forcefully. The word hurl is a verb, as it shows its action of throwing something or saying to someone forcefully. Now that you know what hurl means, let's have a look at how to use hurl in your daily conversation. Example 1. Students hurl their graduation caps on the graduation ceremony. Example 2. Boys hurl their paper planes. Example 3. Kevin used slingshots to hurl stones at his friends. Now let's learn synonym and antonym for hurl. The synonym for hurl is throw and toss. The antonym for hurl is catch and hold. Last but not least, let's recap the definition for hurl, which is throw or impel someone or something with great force. The word drape means arrange cloth or clothing loosely or casually on or round something. In other words, to arrange cloth casually on or round something. The word drape is a verb, as it shows its action of arranging cloth casually on or around something. Now that you know what drape means, let's have a look at how to use drape in your daily conversation. Example 1. We took a photo of ourselves with the massive drape in the museum. Example 2. Draping gives an upscale look. Example 3. Streets are draped with strings of lights for the festival. Now let's learn synonym and antonym for drape. The synonym for drape is wrap. The antonym for drape is bare. Last but not least, let's recap the definition for drape, which is arrange cloth or clothing loosely or casually on or round something. The word dangle means hang or swing loosely. In other words, to suspend loosely. The word dangle is a verb, as it shows its action of hanging or swinging loosely. Now that you know what dangle means, let's have a look at how to use dangle in your daily conversation. Example 1. Saucepans dangled from above. Example 2. Crystal chandeliers dangled from ceiling. Example 3. We were sitting on this jetty, dangling our legs, after our dinner last year. Now let's learn synonym and antonym for dangle. The synonym for dangle is swing, hang. The antonym for dangle is stay in place. Last but not least, let's recap the definition for dangle, which is hang or swing loosely.
Now to learn more on 11 plus vocab, click the video on the right, and to learn the previous type, click the video on the left. So take your pick. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll see you next time.